Can you tell us about the work of the Competition Commission?
The Competition Commission is a public body which carries out investigations into particular mergers and markets in the UK, as well as other matters related to what they call the regulated industries, such as water and energy and the communications sector. One of our most high-profile investigations at the moment is one we're carrying out into the ownership of airports in the United Kingdom. Currently, 7 of the UK airports are owned by a company called BAA. That's the British Airports Authority. We've been asked to look into their ownership of those airports and whether that ownership structure is in the interests of consumers or whether an injection of greater competition would benefit the users of those airports.
In some business sectors there may be very few competitors. How can you ensure fairness in such cases?
It's actually a matter of not so much looking at the number of competitors or providers in a particular market, so much as looking at the dynamics of that market. It's equally possible for what you could describe as a concentrated market, one with, say, just 3 or 4 major suppliers or providers, to be very competitive, but equally so, you can have a market with the same level of concentration, the same number of players, which is relatively static. There's very little competition going on between the players. Customers aren't switching, and the companies concerned aren't reacting with each other in the way that you'd like to in a competitive market. For example, one of our recent inquiries was into the groceries market in the UK. That is quite a highly concentrated market in the sense that there are sort of 4 or 5 major grocery companies in this country, and they control something in the region of 80% of the market. However, after in-depth investigation, it was clear that this is a market where these companies are competing actively with each other. Customers have a choice and they're exercising that choice, and as a result the companies concerned are competing with each other, which brings the benefits in terms of lower prices, innovation and greater choice for consumers. We could contrast that with another inquiry that we completed about 2 years ago into what's known as liquid petroleum gas for domestic users. Essentially, this is for customers who are not supplied for energy through pipes. They live in remote areas and therefore they need the gas, which is also known as propane, delivered to their house and put in a tank. Again, this is a market with only 4 major players in it, concentrated in the same way in nominal terms like the groceries industry, but we found a far more static market. We found that customers were not switching between the companies were not competing with each other, and consequently we're finding higher prices, less innovation and less choice.